It's 9:34, August 11th, we're back in regular session. Other business, I would first of all like to just take a brief moment, do a moment of silence for all the disaster and the people in the state of Hawaii. Would just take a moment of silence. Thank you. Other business besides that? You have something,
I
Sheriff?
do, so we did that we did the speed grant last month, July 5th through the 31st. For that grant, during the day, we wrote 95 tickets for speeding, and at night, this is 6A to 6P, and night would be 6P to 6A. 21 at night, and that was just for speeding. Traffic arrests during the day, we had 3. At night, we had 2. Other citations were 2. And that money was, like I said, was overtime, which was paid for by this grant. There was also other citations that was written. Some of the guys that was working went out, especially on the day that we had the speed awareness day. There was several of us out that wrote tickets that day too. There's more tickets that was written in July than just that, but that's just the ones that we could apply to that speed grant. It was a success, and so far the paperwork that I've been sending to the state hasn't been too big of a pain in the butt. So I think this is something that was a success, and we might do it again.
Is that grant gonna be available again, you think, or?
It will. So there's usually a grant for the whole year that you could do it, and it's different days that they try to target for different things. And I didn't know why sheriffs in the past hadn't done that. Whenever I talked to some of them, they was talking about some of the paperwork, being able to get deputies wanting to go out and work overtime. With this one, the oldest deputy was the one out there doing a lot of this. It wasn't these younger guys, anyways. So that was the one that was out there writing a lot of these.
Is there any particular roadway that it seems like there's more offenses occurring on than others?
Well, on Speed Awareness Day, we went out to our plan was to go out the interstate. A few years ago, under a different sheriff, there was a bunch of them went out, had the LiDAR, which is a radar. Anyways, and they wrote several tickets that way. Sitting on the ramps, they had one guy that was running the radar, and then he would call them out, the deputies would go, and so we tried that. And I think everybody got the email that we did on that day, because out there on the interstate, they were all running slow. So we switched gears. Me and Jesse Vincente went to Route 3 and 50. So we switched to 2 lanes. Some of the other guys went to 51 and some of the other roads and whatever else. So Route 3, me and Benny did pretty good out there. So
it seemed like on Route 3 and 146, it seemed like I get my doors blown off regularly.
exactly.
Road's no joke.
No joke.
So I think, yes, it's something to look into. But the participation, to get this done for a year.
Who actually sets the amount?
So this is an IDOT grant, is where you get the money from. And who sets it is, I end up talking to a representative, and we talk about the hours and whatever, the dollar amount. So yes, I could have asked for more, but we had about what we needed to get this done.
Well, actually, I guess that's a good thing to know. But I was curious, who actually sets the amount of the speeding citations that people receive.
What do you mean?
You
Is
mean
that
the
the
dollar
state?
amount?
Yeah.
It's state statute, what's
Is
charged.
that a state statute that's?
Yes.
Does that go up regularly, or does it just stay a certain rate until they remember to raise it up, I wonder?
Well, when I started in '96, it was $75 ticket. And then it's went up to $120, and then now it's went up to $164. And that's a moving violation. That's not some of the bigger tickets or whatever else.
And I've always been kind of concerned about that. I mean, everything, because of inflation going up, I mean, a pack of cigarettes now $10 for a pack of cigarettes, you know, and people are making $1,000 a month car payment, and then you give them a citation, you know, this, I just wondered.
Yeah, we don't set that amount. And actually, don't quote me on the year, but I think it was like 2019, maybe, that the state of Illinois actually passed the statute where like speeding tickets in the entire state, they're the same amount. It doesn't matter if you get pulled over in Chicago or if you get pulled over here in Union County, you're gonna pay the same amount for the speeding ticket. So it's like, what's that act called? It's a state statute. Man, I can't.
As far as the funds or just the traffic code?
The traffic code, what's it called? The Traffic and something act?
Well, it's a criminal traffic.
Criminal, that's what it is, criminal and traffic. So basically they made all the fines across the whole state the same.
And there are provisions in there, if somebody's even exceeding it even more, it's even more of a ticket, correct?
Yeah, there's different amounts for
Yeah,
different
yeah, it
offenses.
Depends on the level of offense.
Yeah, if you're speeding over 21, over 21, it's a bigger ticket, and you have to come and appear that day, or on your court day.
And was it, my understanding is if you have 3 speeding tickets in 1 year, it's a bad thing? If you're.
Was there
That's great.
was there a specific day that the state police and local police and all were running these?
It was July 26th, I think, is what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was July 26th was Speed Awareness Day.
Okay.
And it was a Wednesday. It wasn't,
It was a reset day.
I mean,
it was throughout the state, and there was a lot of other states that had joined on this.
I'd have to look because of the, for my health, making a lot of trips, and I noticed one day there were, it seemed
I wish
like
that was
police
the day.
everywhere. So I'll have to see if that.
We were looking for you.
Well, but school's getting ready to start, this week or next, and I'm kind of concerned about, especially the 146 going in front of the Jonesboro where kids are crossing the street there by Casey's and then over there by the high school. I don't want to see accidents with kids, And I do appreciate any patrols that are coming through there that time of day, and, in the evenings too. So, get the people kind of slow down with the kids. I appreciate it. I know they do too.
I have one question. So did the deputies know that grant's over, like they're not putting in all the extra hours doing the tickets right now?
That is the third time you've asked me that. Yes.
Just making sure. I don't think I got an answer though when I asked before.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Anything else? You got anything else? Anybody else?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Commissioner Herbal,
Yes.
Commissioner Fix,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller,
Yes.
Commissioner Bierstadt,
Yes.
Commissioner Gould.
I'm going to speed right out of here.